I'll be calling you a radical. I want to talk about so-called activists. Can all kiss my fucking ass. They're not activists. The so-called environmental community, which is a disgrace. Every one of you that are calling yourself an environmentalist, fucking activists that are out there. I'm a fisherman. What's a boat? I'm a baker. What's a cake? I'm a fucking plaster. What's a hawk and trowel? I'm an activist. Fucking what's fucking out in the environment? What's Fukushima? The meltdowns. Ignore it. So Greenpeace, and I'll prove this. Greenpeace over the evolution. I knew Stegner personally. Really personally. He was stoic. He was friends with my grandpa. Really good friends. They're a giant greenwashing machine. And then I want to go off on the fucking art community in fucking New York City. Disgrace. Where's your fucking soup can, Andy? Where's your soup can? Where's your soup can? These fuckers ought to all be out. Laura, the MIT Media Lab. Astro's Noise. She's got a show at the Whitney. At the MoMA. At the Guggenheim. You know, she's the MIT Media Endowment. You know, she got an Oscar. She handed the chip to Edward Snowden and then just swallowed it. If she's a fucking art. Astro's Noise walked the fucking coast of California with me. He was a young, aspiring nuclear physicist that realized he'd been had. He got AML leukemia from Fukushima. We're both walking the coast. He died on the fucking trail. He used to jump off the cliffs and scream. His name was Astro. Look him up. We just call it. Go ask Rex. Rex walked with him. He was the liaison between Kevin. I was on the coast walking, dying. He was on the egg. So we protest at the MoMA all the time. And the MoMA won't let us in. If you don't think fucking Jackson Pollock, talk about the work. The day that we protested, the one perfect protest at the MoMA, is the day that Prince Harry went to Fukushima to play with the children. What a fucking lie. So, Phillips, you know, their architecture display in there. He has a fucking building named after him at Harvard. We've always known he was a Johnson. Look, we've always known he was a hardcore fucking Nazi. Really hardcore fucking Nazi. Right in your face, Nazism. Getting down. I mean, and if you don't think true activists are artists, you know fucking nothing, Michelangelo. I got to go in his bunker under the church. He lived in fear for fucking decades. The greatest artist. Why are you such a great sculptor? My wet nurse came from a family of Masons. I split my own fucking rocks. So the Nazi, that's who they promote at the fucking MoMA. Oh, it gets better. Epstein has the keys. You think that's a fucking... Oh, you don't think Epstein has the keys to the fucking New York City MoMA? Modern art's supposed to display. Where's Kevin Blanch's fucking art? That's who was the greatest artist of our time, the greatest event of our time, Fukushima. Jackson Pollock. You know, I remember I did all that work at Jackson Pollock Studio. I'll tell you an incredible fucking story. I'm at the Shirtwaist Fire event. You know, protesting. I don't even know who fucking Eric Oppenheim is. I have no clue who he is. Keeps hanging around, all these different people hanging around. I did a bunch of work in 2010 right down there trying to identify where Motherwell and Jackson Pollock's original studio was. Not the fucking one they tell you on there, because I found some PhDs and I did some work. And then I went to the fucking MoMA. I had a friend that had an apprenticeship there. And by the way, who works for Johnson? They fucking put the handcuffs on him, CIA. So I found it. So Tom Blewett, a bunch of different, Kevin Finnegan, a bunch of different young activists. I says, let's go over to the physical graffiti building. I want to go to the physical graffiti building and do, you know, the physical graffiti, the people fuck thing, but the radiation, which is a brilliant piece. And this guy keeps tagging along with me. I'm like, God, this guy looks familiar. So Tom Blewett says, I know where this great place is to go eat. And I says, okay, let's grab something to eat. So we go in there and I says, do you know where you just took us? And he says, no, I have no idea. On 8th Street, Lower Manhattan. I said, do you know this is originally Jackson Pollock's original studio right here? No. I said, yeah. It's a fact, because I did the work on it in 2010 in that fucking hardcore fucking storm in Chelsea. I ran into Courtney Love that day, believe it or not. Oh, and she's as crazy as everybody says she is. Well, speaking of Epstein, talk to her. So get this. So who has the keys? You know, Deschamps, who was Warhol's, was his back. And you know how much I love Warhol. And the reason I love Warhol, because he was calling out the mockery the mockery of the American consumption paradigm. I mean, he never said anything true. He mocked everything. He mocked everything. Talk about a smart ass. He was the greatest smart ass who ever fucking lived. My grandson's catching up with him real quick. But he says, the only thing he ever said true, why are you making all these films? And by the way, I've said for years, all I need is my Edie Sedgwick. I had a couple Edie. I had Kylie Fitzwater-Greer, but their guys ain't going to let them out. I had Rachel Kavanaugh. I had Lori. I had all these beautiful females in the early days. I says, come on, hook it up, We need you. Warhol knew Edie Sedgwick. I mean, remember that interview he's doing? Smoking the cigarette. Edie just spoke for him, Merv Griffin. Where's the Merv Griffin? Where's the Curators? Oh, well, fuck them. They're fucking gone. The interview with Marcel Duchamp and the New York Times critic, the great critic. Well, your ready-mades are so genius, and this is in the 60s. They're so brilliant, whatever. What do you care now? I sat in the park and played chess for 30 years, but you do know that he held the keys to the MoMA. And he's the one who blocked Jackson Pollock from getting... Jackson Pollock, Arnold Blanch. Oh, yeah. He was painting in his spirit. He was mentored and trained by Thomas Hart Benton on A Street, 10th. He went across the street and started dripping with Orozco. Ha! Who was the original Orozco? That'd be Max Ernst. Max Ernst invented dripping. Max Ernst is the guy who fucking invented dripping. Jackson Pollock, oh, what an art. I interviewed her that was in the car. Me and her went to lunch together before she passed away, who lived. What chaotic, radical fucking mess, perfect fucking are those dripping. God, how good. He fucking protested Pollock. They wouldn't let him in. He says, I just snapped. Started fucking dripping. He's from here, Cody, Wyoming. No man wouldn't pay the fucking rent, old man Trump. So, guess who's got the keys to the MoMA now? Dubs? Not that one who got the votes from prison. Jeffrey Epstein's first love, his girlfriend, the Swedish model, is married to the billionaire hedge fund philanthropist, Epstein's fucking dime. He runs the MoMA. Now it's come out, those two beautiful daughters, he used to bring Jeffrey over, and Jeffrey would take them on long walks and stayovers at his house. When the Epstein clan has control of the music scene, when they have control, and if you don't believe me, ask Linda Epstein. Who's that? Fucking let it be, let it be. Yoko Ono, queen of the Dada? Think about Dada. I thought you were supposed to be poor. I thought it was fucking, what you used, what you had. Yeah, John Lennon blown away. What else? From 1980 straight down. There hasn't been a fucking artist appear since Andy Warhol. Oh yeah, my gallbladder almost fucking went just like he. Who's got his catalog? Yeah, he's got the keys to the MoMA. Is he a pedophile? Oh, well, he was at Epstein fucking Island. Billionaires. This is your art community. I'm starting to like Grant Wood more and more and more and more. Grant Wood died of the exact same diseases I have in his 50s. Cancer. The greatest art of our time is Kevin Blanch, the artist. It's no fucking doubt. I protested every one of those museums. Fuck, Grant Wood mocked this. He could not cut down. Fuck. I went to his show at the Whitney. By the way, I got to tell you this story. I'm at the Whitney, the new Whitney, and they have a really brilliant show, The Art of the Protest. And there's a picture of me hanging on the wall, leading the Million Mass March. And I'm like, look. This was just a few years ago. So who's the MoMA? And I said, no credit, of course. My signs, fucking everything. Just like the Black Lives Matter movement. Who started it? Million Mass March started it. Who started Million Mass March? You can go back clear to Occupy all the way. It's always the artists. It's always the artists. So Greenpeace is nothing but a giant greenwashing machine. I'm in PB. Head of Greenpeace. I'm full of cancer. I'm just fresh out of the... Oh, I'm doing typo work. And by the way, I need to get to California to do typo work, but if I can't raise the money, where am I going to sleep? So, I should be down there the next couple days, but I've got to raise the fucking money, and if I can, I can. This is a team effort. Go give your check to Greenpeace. So Greenpeace says to me, The head of Greenpeace, you ought to see the house he lives in, a gated community, speaking of data. Fucking greenwashing machine. How come you're not talking about Fukushima, the greatest ecological catastrophe in human history? You know, just like the Greenpeace data comes out on the eco catastrophe in Russia. Nada. Told you they wouldn't say nothing after they realized it was fucking nuclearism because they bowed to him, just like the Sierra Club. You know how Diablo Canyon got Diablo Canyon? I used to protest there. Sierra Club. Hijacked from Stegner. He's rolling over in his grave. All of them are. They're greenwashing machines. You're raising your voice, Kevin Blanch. I says, there's no fucking noise ordinance. I grew up right here at the Crystal Pier. I remember when you fuckheads used to raise your fucking voice. What's the matter with it? Our investors, Fukushima scares them. We sent out a newsletter. It doesn't make the top 10. I says, that's a tail wagging the dog. You're not an environmentalist. You're a fucking phony fucker. And the fucker physically got in my face and pushed me. And this is when I had a central line hanging out of my jugular vein. I was sick. Oh, I dropped that fucker like a bag of fucking dirt. And he's 20 years younger than me and fucking outweighed me by probably 100 pounds. I dropped him like a fucking bag of dirt. Oh, you don't think fucking great artists are intense? Activists? You know nothing about Picasso. Fucking who stood up to fucking Franco? He did. Who fucking Michelangelo, the greatest artist who ever lived? I'll quote my beautiful, sexy girlfriend who left me when I got cancer. She ran and hid. Freudian fuck. Like Picasso. You know why I'm in love with you, Kevin Blanch? The reason I hang around. Yeah, you fucker. You drive me crazy, actually, I told her. You have arms like a Michelangelo sculpture. Yeah. I says, yeah. I come from a family of fucking masons. Rock masons. I split my own rocks. In the name of the fucking great activist artist. Picasso! Jackson Pollock. How can we paint in the old fucking way? Post-Hiroshima Nagasaki bomb. They hijacked it. Yoko Ono. The emperor's fucking niece. The billionairist. Fuck your greenwashing machine. Fuck you, the fucking MoMA. I'll fucking rage. Just kick the doors down, Kevin Blanch. Stay tuned.